So, when you look at a Czechoslovakian Wolfdog, you're seeing something truly incredible. I mean, it's got the body of a wolf, but it has this potential for a really deep bond with people. But that's the big question, right? How do you actually connect with and train a mind that is, well, part wolf? Okay, let's dive into this. Right off the bat, you have to ask yourself, is this a wolf or is this a dog? I mean, where do you even start? Do you treat it like your average golden retriever who's just happy to get a pat on the head? Or do you have to get inside its head and think more like a wolf to figure out what makes it tick? That's really the core puzzle we're going to try to solve here. And let's just get one thing straight right now. There's this old school myth that a big, tough dog needs a firm alpha hand. For the Czechoslovakian Wolfdog, we'll just call it the CSV to keep it simple, that idea is not just wrong, it's the exact opposite of what you should do. Any kind of training based on force is going to backfire big time. It just completely destroys the most important thing you have, trust. So to figure out how to train them, we've got to understand how they think. And this is where that wolf heritage really comes into play. Their brain just works on a whole different wavelength than most dogs we're used to. You see, a Czechoslovak is wicked smart. It thinks for itself, and that means it is not going to do something just because you told it to. It needs to see the point. You know, if you tell it to sit 10 times in a row for no reason, it's not thinking, oh, good training. It's thinking, this is pointless and boring, and it's just going to check out. And that right there, that's your biggest enemy in training, boredom. The second a CSV decides an exercise is meaningless, it'll just stop. It's not trying to be stubborn, it's just being smart. It'll start to ignore you because from its point of view, what you're asking is a total waste of energy. So, if we boil it down, what we're dealing with is a highly intelligent, independent thinker. It learns by watching, and it absolutely has to understand the why behind what you're asking. This is not a dog you can just drill with the same old repetitive commands. You have to engage its mind. Okay, so if their mind is so different, how in the world do you get them to cooperate? Well, it all comes down to one thing, the relationship. A German Shepherd might work hard just to please its owner, but for a CSV, that relationship is everything. It is the entire foundation of your training. And the source material we're looking at is so blunt about this, you can't miss it. It's not a suggestion, it's a hard and fast rule. Any training that uses brute force, physical punishment, any kind of intimidation, it's completely counterproductive. It's basically the fastest way to fail. And here's why. Here's what happens when you break that trust. Using force doesn't make an obedient dog. It makes a betrayed one. The dog doesn't respect you, it just shuts down completely. It becomes passive, its spirit's kind of broken, and any chance you had of a real partnership is just gone. So what's the answer? It's something the experts call natural authority. Now, this isn't about being some chest-pounding alpha who rules with fear. No way. It's about being a leader your dog can actually trust and respect, a partner it can look to for guidance. All right, so we've established that the foundation has to be a relationship without any force. So how do you actually train them? Well, the answer is you got to be smarter and more creative. You have to turn work into a game. Now, one of the coolest ways to do this is called the imitation method. The Chasby has this unbelievable ability to learn just by watching. It can literally see another dog or even you climb over something or go get an object, understand the goal, and then just do it itself. It's learning by pure observation. How cool is that? So the whole strategy is what you could call school through play. Think really short, fun bursts of training, like 5 or 10 minutes max. You have to keep it dynamic and exciting. Change up the exercises, change up the location, do whatever it takes to keep that boredom away. The absolute enemy here is doing the same thing over and over. And because they are so close to their wild ancestors, their natural instincts are super strong, which means they are very motivated by food. And I'm not talking about a piece of dry kibble here. We're talking high-value rewards, like bits of meat or cheese, something that really smells good. This taps right into their survival drive and makes working with you totally worth their while. So when you bring this mindset and these techniques together, what you get is a totally different kind of relationship. It's not about giving commands and expecting them to be followed. It's about building a real partnership. You have a partner, not a subject. This chart here really nails the difference. A German Shepherd might work just to make you happy, but a CSV, it collaborates for two big reasons. 1, it sees a real benefit for itself, and 2, it trusts its partner. The whole dynamic shifts from master and subject to a true partnership of equals. Which brings us to the big picture question then. In a partnership like this, who is the real leader? What does it actually take to guide an animal that's this smart and this independent? I just love this conclusion from the source material. It's so simple, but it says everything. You can't outmuscle a CSV, you can't dominate it, you have to outthink it. You have to be more creative, more perceptive, and always, always one step ahead. So a true leader for a Czechoslovakian Wolfdog, they're not a commander barking out orders. They're consistent, they're patient, they're an empathetic partner who actually gets what the animal needs and what motivates it. It's all about earning respect, not demanding it. And that really leaves us with a final thought. To train this breed, you have to throw out all those old ideas about dominance and control. And instead, you have to embrace things like patience and empathy and mutual respect. So it makes you wonder, what does this amazing relationship between a human and a wolf dog teach us about what a true partnership really is?